This PYFL All-Star Game is brought to you by Pro Athletics, made in the USA, custom sublimated uniforms and apparel. On the web at proathletics.com. Postnet in Moorpark. Create, duplicate, deliver. On the web at postnet.com. Dana O Photography. On the web at danao.com. Westco International Consulting of Ventura. On the web at westcointl.com. Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks. On the web at sportsacademy.us. American Trophies and Awards of Simi Valley. On the web at americanTrophy.securedwebpages.net. Lucky Fool's Pub on High Street in Moorpark. And by Hard Luck Kings Guitars and Apparel of Westlake Village. On the web at hardluckkings.com. And now, back to the action.
We begin the final quarter. The East and the West tied at 6 apiece. Second down and 11 for the Eastern Stars. They have it at their 39-yard line. See if they can execute as well as they did the last time they had the football. Only a short gain there. Try to run over the left side. Lee carried it for one. It'll be second down. And now third down and 9. That was a second down carry. So it's third down and 9.
Here you've seen a little change in strategy now. You've seen back-to-back run plays. I think that's the first time we've seen that in the ball game. I think that what they're trying to do is just trying to slow the pressure down so they can try to get a ball off up the football field.
Handoff. Left side blocking, right side running is Scordia. So Scordia didn't go very far. The run was slowed down with 11 minutes left in the game, and it's going to be fourth down in the East. Probably going to punt it away.
Here, again, a good job of stopping the East. The West front has shown up 3 in a row. 3 downs and have stopped them. Here we got fourth down. I think they're going to have to punt it. You know, it's 4th and long. The game's tight. It's 6-6. And it's been a defensive battle. So we'll see what happens.
And if it ends up in a tie, we'll have a California tiebreaker. Ricky, you want to break that down for us?
Well, the California tie, I understand that they put it on the 10, first team to score when the ball's on the 10-yard. Hopefully we won't get to that, but it'll be interesting to see.
6-6 is the tie. 10:25 left in the fourth quarter. PYFL football. Here we go. Fourth down and 11. We'll probably punt the football. But you see how they come under center. And are they going to run it? Kind of a surprise here. And that backfires, and the ball's going to go over on downs. That's the first time today, Ricky, we've seen him go for it.
Wow, and there's a big play by Jordan Johnson. He looks like one of the smallest guys on the field, but he puts his muscles up. He makes a big stop. Hey, West, you know, they have a chance to take the lead here.
West takes over on downs. Clock begins to run, just above 10 minutes to play, and the West offense comes back out with the quarterback, Troy Reyes. A little scrimmage from the 35-yard line. You just mentioned it. It is a short field. Great opportunity.
Yeah, great opportunity here for the West. You know, they've kind of just been in a little low spot here the last few plays, but now, breaks through the line of scrimmage. Great run. Now that you see that running game that we talked about early in the game, that we thought the West was going to start out with.
That's Noah Salgado again, and we really like him. Salgado is big and strong, and again, he rushed for over 1,400 yards for the Moorpark Musketeers, running back, linebacker, and he really knows how to follow his blocks well.
He does a great job of picking his spots, picking his holes, making the cuts. I can expect to see a lot more running here in this series because he's going to eat up some clock, and it's going to give him a chance to get close enough to get another score.
Second down at a short 3. Ball's at the 28-yard line. And again, it's Salgado left side, and he's into the secondary with a first down. Into the red zone, down to the 19.
You see Salgado, he dropped his shoulders, he lowered the bloom. I mean, that was a great play, great run. Now we got a first down, again, in the red zone with an opportunity to set up a score and still continue to run the clock down.
Got a dangerous quarterback back in there, too, and Troy Reyes, the son of the head coach, Isaac Reyes. They spotted the ball at the 20-yard line. Michael Lopez is in that backfield from the Santa Barbara Sharks with Salgado and with Garrett Gray. And it is Lopez left side. Into the middle of the field, on his way to the goal line and very close, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Terrific run by Michael Lopez.
Again, Rosie, we talked about earlier, the West loves to run the football. They get in that 23 personnel with 2 tight ends and 3 backs, and they're running the ball right at them. They understand that those guys are small on the edges, and they got a chance to control the line of scrimmage.
First down and a yard to go for the Western Stars, looking to reclaim the lead. We're going to have a timeout taken by the East. 8:23 left. The West is knocking on the door. Bantamweight All-Star Game from the PYFL. After the timeout, here comes the Western Stars. 6-6 tie. They don't need a whole lot for a touchdown. Troy Reyes with the sneak, and he's in. Touchdown for Troy Reyes. And the West, for the second time today, bolts in front, 12-6, with 8:20 left in the ball game.
Great job by the West. Ball control the entire drive. Run to the left, run to the right. Good job of cutting up inside. Now you're down on the 1-yard line, just sneak it in, easy score.
But can anybody make a conversion? This has been difficult. 2 previous scores, one on each side, unable to make the kick or run it in.
Yes. And hey, you know, you've had some great runs here in the series. Continue to run it. I wouldn't even attempt to kick. I'd just go ahead and run it in and get 2 and get up by 14 because it's been difficult for both teams to get that extra point.
You see where Reyes is the quarterback and he's counting up numbers, and they are going to apparently kick it here. I guess, well, no, now he decides let's go for it. Well, that's a little bit unusual, so I guess he's just going to place it down. I don't think I've ever seen that maneuver before. There's a first for everything. Here's the point after, and it is good. That's big here. That's a huge conversion for Chase Franco of North Oxnard. That builds the advantage to 13-6. So now the East needs a touchdown and a conversion to tie. Obviously, a 2-pointer could give them the victory.
Well, here again, you can see that the momentum has swung. It's been going back and forth. Now it's back on the side of the West. Great job on the drive. Great job of getting the kick up, and it's a good kick. Now the test is, can you hold up? Because you know that the East is going to fight back, and they're going to come back trying their air attack because they've been known to pass the ball.
You know what you love about youth football is the excitement of a point after. You know, at the higher levels, nobody cares about it. But when that went through, Chase Franco was as exuberant as anyone you'll ever see.
Well, you know, it helps a lot when the first one gets blocked and then the second one goes through. You know, everybody's excited about it.
Well, some pressure back on the East. We'll see how they react to the latest score for the Western Stars. And Franco is about to kick off again. That was quite a maneuver. Coleman under center, then they go back and hold, and the kick was beautiful. Kick again to the near side. It's going to get scooped up by Hudson, and there's no running room for Tyler. But he did bring it out to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Eastern Stars will line up and start this series of downs. And again, they're down by a 13-6 score with 8:14 to play. Randy Rosenblum with Ricky Hunley here. We're at Moorpark High School, home of the Musketeers, in the 805 area code. This is the area that was hit a little bit with the fires. We're very close to the fire area. We're off the 23 and 118 freeways. So the ball resting at the 40-yard line. But it's been gorgeous today. And when we drove in here today, Ricky, I didn't see any of the fire damage, which was a pleasant thing not to see. You don't want to really see that.
Yeah, we didn't see any fire. There's a fumble on the play. We didn't see any fires, but we did smell some smoke coming in, and we saw some scorched land. But today is a beautiful day. It's a perfect day for football, and it's just been outstanding play on both sides of the ball for the offense and for the defense for the West team. And then there's been some big plays here with the interception by the East, the tip ball for the touchdown by the West. This is going to be a battle to the end.
Scordia was able to recover the fumble. There's an injured player. Will step out. 13-6 for the West. Nathan Peretta was the young man that was shaken up, and again he came off under his own power with a little bit of assistance, but he's okay, and that's been the good news today. We've had 3 or 4 players that have gone down, but every time they've been able to get up and, for the most part, look very good going to the sideline. Here's a handoff again, and running with it is Scordia, and he can only reach the 35-yard line, and that defense of the West is doing a terrific job.
The West here, they've buckled down. They've shored up the edges. They've shored up the inside, and so the East is going to have to get some passing games to get a big play here. And there it is.
Scordia is going to throw the ball. It's caught. It's an interception. Beautiful pick.
We anticipated that the East would try to make a play, but it's a little underthrown, and it ended up resulting in being a turnover.
Javier Valencia is the young man that intercepted it from the Santa Barbara Sharks.
Yeah, so here the West has an opportunity. They have an opportunity to control the clock, get a good drive. I would stick with the same running game, and then, just pound them. Just pound them till the clock runs out.
Number 23, Juan Peraza checks into the lineup. Wide receiver, defensive end, plays for the Fillmore Bears. He's going to play on the right side of that offensive front. One would think they'll run the football here and just try to exhaust that clock and maybe build on this lead. That's a good job of the offensive line moving them out of there. Salgado again, who's been dynamic in this football game with a nice gain. He picked up close to 6 yards.
Here again, when they get in the 23 formation, 2 tight ends, 3 running backs, you can expect them to run the football, although they can play action and try to catch them off guard and get one of their receivers downfield.
Second down and between 4 and 5 yards needed. So they'll stay on the ground, and why not with Salgado? And he barrels inside the 40-yard line of this grueling ground game, has another first down for the West.
Here again, the West is playing smart football, ball control football, keep running the ball inside, wearing down the East a little bit. They get a little weary here, and, it's their game to lose. Because they have complete control of the game right now.
5:20 to play. The clock is running. Reyes is under center. Little misdirection. That's well constructed to Garrett Gray. And he has a sizable gain. Garrett Gray, who's played on defense and offense, has been terrific on both sides of the football.
Garrett has done a great job both as a linebacker on defense, making stops, and as a running back here. It's really fun to watch these guys. And, they can just bounce from one side of the ball to the other side of the ball and never miss a beat.
They line up those 3 in the backfield, and they're just flat out running it with Salgado up the middle. He just puts the head down and picks up a couple yards. It is short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Salgado has really been the workhorse here in this drive. And it looks like, the West is going to stay with that formation, stay with the 23 personnel, 2 tight ends, 3 running backs, and just pound the ball and eat up the clock. We're down to 4:18, and if they can continue to do this, I think they got this one wrapped.
Pendleton and Signs with the tackle. It's 3rd down and 3, and obviously it's 4-down territory. You run it a couple times. Again, if you don't pick it up on 3rd down, you go for it on 4th. Straight power football, smash mouth football for the West. And again, they're going to hand it off to Lopez. And Michael Lopez, don't know that he got there. Not a whole lot of running room for Michael.
Yeah, a little short there. Hey, the East is not going to give up. Remember, those same guys that were playing defense well in the first half, they're still out there. One of the guys got a little stinger there, the middle linebacker, but it looks like he's going to shake it off and stay in the game. They've still done a good job of setting the edges. It's just a matter of shoring yourself up on the inside.
4th down and 3. This is the biggest play of the football game, and we're going to have a stop. Looks like we're going to have a timeout taken by the Western Stars. Head coach Isaac Reyes wants to bring his team to the sideline and make sure he has the right play called. We'll step out. The big 4th down play with 3:23 is coming up in a moment. Well, Ricky Hundley has enjoyed this because you're a defensive guy, former great linebacker, Arizona, NFL, and we've seen a lot of big defense. And, Ricky, this is a big play on 4th and 3.
Yes, 4th and 3 here. You expect a little bit of the same thing. Just run the football. There's a little play action. We thought it would come soon enough, but guess who's in the game? Quinn's back in the ball game, so that changes things up. In that 23 personnel, they put him at the tight end instead of receiver.
Yeah, they were looking for the speedster. That, of course, Ryan Quinn. They missed him. And now an opportunity for the East with 3:18 to play. They get the ball back. They have a chance.
They have a chance, but, you can expect some trick-em plays, maybe a reverse pass. But they've got to do something to get the ball down the field. Time is running out. It's not on their side.
Well, they showed that they can make the big play. They had the Laporte touchdown run, which was beautiful. And they're going to stay on the ground with the running back Scordia, and he's going nowhere. So somewhat of a conservative call. They like Scordia. He's a very talented all-around player, but he was hit for little or nothing. In fact, he lost a yard.
Well, they're going to gear up for any kind of run to make sure that they, first of all, stop the run. Second of all, try to apply pressure to the passer. So if you're the East, spread the offense out. Let Laporte be the guy who's going to run the ball for you from a spread offensive standpoint.
But it's Scordia that's taking the snaps. So, by the way, that was a great tackle by Jordan Johnson. No, it is Laporte in front of Johnson, and he throws it up for grabs, and it's deflected away and nearly intercepted. So, again, they disguised the two in the backfield with Scordia and Laporte. That was pretty good, but the throw just hung up there a little bit too long.
Yeah, his arm is not as strong as it needs to be to throw those kind of balls downfield. The slants, the quick hitches, those are the passes that are effective for him. But again, I would spread them all out. Just send them all on goals. Run 6 people down the football field and let Laporte use his feet.
A couple more stops here by that West defense, and they'll have the football game. 3rd down and 11. That's what the East needs to overcome. Laporte to the air. Got his man. That's a nice pitch and catch. That's as well thrown a ball as we've seen today. It was reeled in by Tyler Hudson, and that moves the sticks for a 1st down.
That was a great throw by Laporte. It was like a rope. He just drilled it right in there, and they needed that play. That gets them in position for 1st down and continue to drive.
Clock is running after they move the sticks. 2:15 to play. 13-6. The West on defense with the lead. The East trying to overcome the deficit. And the flags will come out. That's offside on the defense, so it makes it a little bit easier for the East.
Yeah. And, all the help you can get, use it because, the clock is not on your side. You got 2 minutes to go. You need a big play. And you're either going to have to throw the ball down the football field or he's going to have to use his legs to make a big play.
They changed the call. They absolutely reversed the call. Officials conferred, and now they're going to walk it off against the offense. So it was first ruled an offside one way, now a procedure call, and suddenly the East is looking at 1st and 15. That's a big change.
That might be a makeup call from the last time. I just didn't see that, but, That's why they're down there and we're here. They're making the calls on the field. They see things we don't see.
After the penalty, the clock is running. We're inside of 2 minutes. Laporte calling his own number, then throwing the ball late, and it's picked off. And the West in great shape to win the game. Picked off by Javier Valencia, who's been great in the secondary today.
Well, the secondary did an excellent job of staying deep, playing deep to shallow, waiting for the quarterback to make a play to try to force a throw. And here again, the West stands up, and they had a great stop. And I think it's pretty much over for the East.
Well, the West in great shape. The clock is running. They haven't even come onto the field. And that clock has started to move forward. We're down to 1:30 to play. And here comes the Western Stars, led out by Smith Lammer, a unanimous pick, who's one of those offensive linemen, Zachary Smith Lammer, who played for the Moorpark Musketeers. See if they elect to kneel down or run the football. They have a comfortable 13-6 lead. They did take a delay of game here. Took so much time on the sideline, it'll cost them 5 yards.
Yeah. But, hey, the guys were busy celebrating. They feel the win. It's just a matter of now just being patient, getting in that 23 personnel, just grind it out, use every second on the clock, getting in there tight.
Coming off the field is Isaiah Morante. Castanon replaced him in that front line. Just a simple dive. And we're inside of 1 minute to play. 13-6. Ryan Quinn had the first touchdown of the ball game. The second one was a quarterback sneak. The difference in the game was the Troy Reyes 1-yard run. And this is going to be a timeout taken by the East. And we believe that might be it, although the scoreboard for now shows 1 timeout remaining. We're down to 41 seconds left. East certainly not giving up.
Well, the East, if they can get a turnover, they still got a chance. But it's going to require somebody to either strip a ball out or make the quarterback bobble the ball. I'd get my guys line up on the line and show pressure, let them get a little nervous. Hopefully we can get the ball back and get a chance.
They've taken the timeout off the scoreboard, so like I originally thought, it is the final timeout. So really it's a kneel-down situation for the Western Stars. If they kneel down here, they have the football game won. But sometimes in all-star games, you still want to run plays because it's about the individuals and how they perform at this level, and you want to showcase their skills, and they are going to run a play. And it's a hard run over the left side. And that's a run by Kane Miller. Inside of a half minute to play. Kane Miller had a nice game today. They don't have to snap it anymore if they don't want to. And I think the two teams realize that. The Western Stars are coming to the sideline to celebrate. They have won the football game 13-6. A 13-6 win for the West in our first game. Our next game will be our Midget All-Star Contest. A terrific win for the Western Stars and their head coach, Isaac Reyes. Again, the winning touchdown, a 1-yard plunge from the quarterback, Troy Reyes. Let's go to the sideline with our MVP today. Let's take it down to Sophia Martinez.
I'm here with MVP Noah Salgado. How do you think you played in today's game, Noah?
Good.
And are there any particular plays that stood out to you in today's game?
My punt return.
Your punt return. And what are you going to do during the off season while the season's over?
Box.
Well, Noah, we have a gift for you. There's a hat and some playing cards for you for football. And it was a pleasure talking to you. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ricky, your thoughts on how this one ended up 13-6 for the West.
Well, it started out in a very exciting big play up front with the pass to Quinn. We tipped the ball and ran it in for a score. And then it was a defensive battle. Both fronts played well up front. They stopped the run. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. We had big sacks. The big run by Laporte put the East back in the game. But then with the interception, the turnover, the West took control of the game and controlled the ball and just drove it in for a score. So, it was a hard-fought game. We did not see the passing attack that we thought we'd see from the East. We did see the running attack that we thought we'd see from the West. But overall, it was a great win. I think the kids are really excited about, coming away with a win. It was a great day. Beautiful weather, beautiful atmosphere. The players are happy, and it was a great performance.
Thank you, Ricky, for a job well done. 13-6, the West wins it. For Ricky Huntley, I'm Randy Rosenbaum. So long for now. The West over the East in the PYFL's wonderful rendition of the Bantamweight division. So long for now from Moorpark.